Okay, so before we start integrating our automation framework with Browser Stack, let us first go through it. Okay, and I intentionally got the framework created upfront because I don't want to waste a lot of time in coding because our focus is on integrating with the Browser Stack. So our focus is mainly on the steps that are required to perform in order to integrate our automation with Browser Stack. So in the framework, we are using APM, Java client, we have TestNG, and then for JSON manipulation, we have got org.json dependency added over here. And then we have got the Maven Surefire plugin added as a dependency to execute our TestNG XML. Okay, so here we are going to use two devices from Browser Stack, and we are going to put the device details in this particular JSON file. So here we have got two objects created, the object 1 and the object 2, and we are going to provide the device name, the operating system version, and the application URL over here. So we will see how we are going to do this. Okay, and then from the TestNG XML, we are going to read a parameter which is device ID, and then we are going to collect it in our base test over here, and using the device ID we are going to initialize our driver, and that is done through the driver manager class. So if I go to the driver manager class, currently the initialize driver method is empty. So this is just a skeleton that I have created, and we are going to actually implement this particular method. Okay, so device ID will be used to fetch the corresponding device from the devices.json file. Okay, if I send device ID is equal to 1, then this particular device object will be fetched, and then we can use the device name and the other information to create our driver session. We will have a look at that shortly, but before that let us get back to the base test class. And then here I am using two different methods, one to parse the string XML. So we have got strings.xml created for storing our static text. Okay, and we are collecting it in the strings variable, which is the hash map. And similarly, we have got login users.json file created, which stores our user information that we are going to require in our test cases. Okay, and we are using this particular method from the JSON parser class, which is this one, to fetch the login users, and we are storing it as a JSON object. Okay, and then we have the after test method, wherein we are basically quitting our driver. Okay, and then we have a base page similar to the base class. Now this class is the base for the page objects which are located over here. And here we are initializing the page factory elements, and we are creating an object for the WebDriver wait. Okay, and we are fetching the driver from the driver manager class. And these are the pages. So for example, the login page, it extends the base page, and I have already defined the elements that are required and the methods that are required to be performed on this particular page. Okay, so I have done it for the other pages as well. And we have got two different test classes created. This one is for the login scenarios, and this one is for the product scenarios. So if I go to the login test class, here I have created three different test cases. The login test class extends the base test class, so that way we can use the login users and the strings variable to fetch our data that is required for the test cases. Okay, and if I go to the product test class, then I have two test cases over here. Okay, I have followed most of the industry practices while creating this framework, and you can use it as is in your project. And then you can do further modifications based on your requirements. Okay, so in order to learn how to design and implement the frameworks like this using APM, please do have a look at my APM course. It is one of the most comprehensive APM course ever created online. Do check out the description section below the video for more details about the course. So in the next lecture, we are going to get the device and the application details from browser stack, and we are going to create our initialize driver method using the information that we are going to fetch from the browser stack documentation.